FEMA setting up a disaster relief center.
We're here to help.
In a part of Florida 300 miles from Ian's strike zone. An injury leading to a Dolphins quarterback change for the fourth game in a row. And the latest auto innovations.
The cars here are neat.
Setting up shop in South Florida. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Samantha Gutierrez.
And I'm Julian Davis. Today's Monday, October 17th, 2022.
Live from the South Florida Media Network's Biscayne-based studios in North Miami, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
East Coast concern. Even though Hurricane Ian struck Florida's west coast, FEMA has now set up shop near Jacksonville. In the aftermath of Hurricane Ian, FEMA has opened a disaster recovery center to aid Floridians recovering from the storm.
The center is near Jacksonville in St. Johns County, where 636 homes were damaged, resulting in about $38 million in repairs. Nancy Smith, the manager of the Disaster Recovery Center, said that FEMA was here to help those affected by the hurricane.
We're here to help, and the people who do this work care. We care a lot. So we'll do the best we can for your residents.
The center is open 7 days a week from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and FEMA is encouraging residents to apply for disaster loans.
Everything from classics to concepts on display this morning at the Miami International Auto Show. The network's Kenneth Bueno heading out to Miami Beach Convention Center to check out the opening weekend.
With the car industry undergoing a massive shift over the past couple of years, many brands are looking towards the future of automotive transportation. And with Miami's largest auto show currently underway, it offers the opportunity for consumers to see that future firsthand.
The reason that we love to come to auto shows is to actually connect with the consumer. Now, there's lots of ways to get information, right? But to see, to touch the vehicles, to also be able to do some really fun things like the show. It's another way to get information, but also to be able to connect with consumers.
Pretty excited about seeing all the electric cars, how their batteries are getting, able to go farther, and how powerful they are and quiet. So it's just exciting time, that big change in cars. We're in the middle of switching to, a whole new era.
The Miami International Auto Show returns for 2022 in its 51st year at the Miami Beach Convention Center with the newest models, race cars, and classic cars on display.
It's been amazing, to be honest. I didn't expect that many cars, and they have like a wide variety of different categories of cars, so it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I really love seeing the new cars and the upcoming stuff, and plus seeing the cars you see every day but you don't have the chance to get in them. It's really cool though.
The town is good. 2022 was a good year. We had many stuff to do, but now it's time to pass on to the next year. I like the cars. I like Lamborghini, Dodge, Ferrari. I like the Jeeps too. I mostly like Kona. The cars are here. The cars here are neat. They're cool.
The 2022 Miami International Auto Show lasts from October 15th to 23rd, so you can have the opportunity to catch all of this all week long. Reporting from the Miami Beach Convention Center, Kenneth Bueno of the South Florida Media Network.
A sad morning for the fans of Miami Dolphins as the team was defeated at their home turf by the Minnesota Vikings. Last night at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Skylar Thompson started his NFL game. Tua Tagovailoa is still out of the game. Things were off to a good start for the Dolphins, but the Vikings maintained the lead for the rest of the afternoon. The final score was Vikings 24, Dolphins 16. The Dolphins host the Steelers for Sunday Night Football next week.
Soccer superstar Neymar under legal heat in Spain this morning. The Brazilian player is being sued by an investment firm that lost out when he switched teams. The firm is looking for a fine of around $150 million. They are also seeking a 5-year jail term.
Busch Beer debuted its limited edition non-alcoholic turkey brew for the fur babies. The dog brew contains ingredients that are dog-friendly: turkey, sweet potato, turmeric, and ginger. The Missouri-based beer company's latest release is now available on its website for $15. Make sure to crack open a cold one with your canines this Thanksgiving.
Some of the biggest pop stars in the world have signed up for military service.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
Really magical to see the backstage movement and chaos and everyone saying hi to each other, and we really solidify what's happening backstage.
The biggest stars in Latin music covering on the South Florida, the iHeartRadio Fiesta Latina. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right, because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign, not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, "Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you and we'll figure it out."
How prepared is your family if a tornado shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a hurricane? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes. Make a plan today.
Fiesta Latina, the annual iHeartRadio show, bringing some of Latin music's biggest stars to Miami. The FTX Arena was the place to be Saturday night.
As the network's Valeria Ulmos reports, Miami played host to a megastar lineup of Latin music artists.
A real fiesta happened here at the FTX Arena where iHeart Fiesta Latina took place. The best artists of Latin music came together to give us an amazing experience. All eyes were on the artist on stage, but the real fiesta was behind the scenes.
And it's really magical to see the backstage movement and chaos and everyone saying hi to each other, and we really solidify what's happening backstage. We look to involve our iHeartRadio personalities in our broadcast spaces to make a lot of content happen backstage.
This night celebrated the 9th year of iHeart Fiesta, and everyone in the iHeart family was filled with excitement.
We started out in 2014, and now it's gotten even bigger. I can't put it into words how much we've grown, and it's become part of our culture.
The special iHeart culture is built on artists like Becky G, Nicky Jam, and Enrique Iglesias, all from different countries coming together on one stage.
Primero, celebrar y hacer un justo reconocimiento a todos los artistas que han elevado nuestra cultura a través de su música.
I think iHeart Latino stands out because it broadcasts music from everywhere, and I think that's what makes it relevant and important because everyone identifies with it.
At the end of the night, fans left feeling united and the artists feeling accomplished, making this edition of Fiesta an outstanding success. Make sure not to miss next year's Fiesta Latina for 2023. For South Florida Media Network, I'm Valeria Ulmos.
Popular South Korean boy band BTS will fulfill their mandatory military service. The agency representatives announced the band earlier today that the members of BTS are planning to fulfill their military service. The band members look forward to reuniting around 2025 following their service.
That is all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Julian Davis.
I'm Samantha Gutierrez. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.